Well, joining me now from Washington, D.C. is Mohamed Soltan, an American-Egyptian activist who was imprisoned there for almost 2 years. So 2 of our colleagues will be going back to jail. You've experienced it. Tell us what happened to you and what they can expect going back.
Well, first of all, I'd like to, express my sorrow and honestly shock at today's verdict. It's a sad day. It's a sad day for the judiciary system. It's a sad day for freedom. It's a sad day for journalism all over the world. And my prayers, my heart goes out to the families of Peter with Bahir, Mohamed Fahmy, and Suhaib and Omar and others that were also convicted. It's a sad day, and I think what the verdict does, it sends a very very dangerous message, and it's a belligerent insult to the international community, and that the Egyptian government, excuse me?
Why do you think it went this way? What sort of pressure?
Well, I mean, the judiciary system in Egypt is a very, very politicized one. So this is not again, the Egyptian regime continues to face no real consequences for its escalating repressions, whether it's on journalists. You've got 80+ journalists in Egypt, and the AJ staff are just a representation of that. You've got the human rights violations. You've got over 40,000 political detainees, and the judiciary system and the rule of law is used as a facade to legitimize the current regime's repression. And
why is there no pressure? Why is there not sufficient pressure on the regime to stop this from happening?
I don't know. I don't know why the international community. I mean, the lip service that some of I'm really surprised that the Canadians have not done anything for Fahmy and others. And again, at the international community, it's been clear from day one, especially about this case, that the officials have made it very clear to the Egyptians that these guys need to be out. And today is again a show of that. It's they're not facing any real consequences, just lip service, and it's kind of like the military regime, the junta just takes it as a wink wink nudge nudge kind of thing, that just so long as they're not facing consequences, they're going to continue escalating in repression.
And after,
again, it's a sad day, and it's a message to all.
Sorry, after a year of relative freedom,
journalists with the current.
And Mohamed Fahmy will be going back to jail. If I can take you back to my original question. You were there. Tell us about your experience and what they can expect in the Egyptian jails.
I mean, honestly, when I was in there in the beginning, when they had started with either the welcoming or the hazing, where personally I got beat up and I had a broken arm, and they were beating me on my broken arm. I had to run through 2 rows of soldiers that basically were beating us with batons, with belts, with whips for 2 straight hours. And that's just the welcoming process, the hazing process, or the initiation process into any jails. There's complete lack of medical care. There's just the conditions. It's your underground dungeons. Some of the cells don't even have a air ventilation. They don't have windows for sunlight to come in. And when they did that for a while, when my own case started getting a little bit of attention, and there was a little bit of pressure from the embassy and whatnot, they basically designated an entire building for me, where they just basically used as a psychological torture chamber, where they tried everything from incitement to commit suicide, where they would explicitly say so after guards were passing me razors, and doctors telling me where to cut myself so that I can end their misery and mine, to exposing the electric wires and telling me to hold them on with both hands, and from that to threatening to being assassinated, to sleep deprivation, to flickering lights, to spotlights, to
and all of this just because
leaving
you were
somebody,
an activist. Mohamed Soltan, thank you for sharing your experience with us. This story certainly elicits a lot of passion from everybody we speak to. Thank you.